In May 2018 in Melbourne, Australia, British comedian Robert Webb was interviewed by fellow feminist Clementine Ford about his recent memoir, How Not to Be a Boy, and his perceptions of his own masculinity and privilege, two things which he believes are inextricably linked. During the exchange, he shared his often repeated anecdotes about how, during a family discussion about the patriarchy,
it's that kind of family,
his then 6-year-old daughter managed to succinctly and rather eloquently describe the tide of gender conditioning her generation will spend their life wading through as the trick.
The trick that makes girls get rubbish jobs and boys sad.
1 month earlier, and on the other side of the planet, another Cambridge graduate offered a similarly succinct summary of feminism during a heated debate about income inequality in 21st century Britain. Stella Creasy, a Member of Parliament with a basic annual salary of £79,000 and another spokesperson for the Reclaim the Internet campaign, observed that feminism isn't about women, it's about power. It's about the power to see that 51% of our community doesn't get the same chance as the other 49% because of their gender. In doing so, Creasy acknowledged feminism's greatest contradiction. She acknowledged that feminism's purpose and its legitimacy as a power base is entirely dependent on the perennial portrayal and perception of women, above all other things, as being a collective underclass in a world governed by men. In other words, feminism is the trick that makes men bad and women victims. It's a trick that convinces powerful, affluent, and highly educated women like Creasy to perceive their lives to have more in common with a minimum wage shop worker or an unemployed single mother than they have with men and fellow feminists like Robert Webb.
Feminism isn't about women, it's about power. It's about the power to see that 51% of our community doesn't get the same chance as the other 49% because of their gender.
Some people will inevitably be entirely prepared to exploit such tricks for their own personal and political purposes. But in my humble subjective opinion, most people's actions are driven by more simple and generally positive intentions, even if those actions can have extremely negative consequences for other people. And it's entirely understandable why, even in a country where many of the most powerful people are in fact women, that young girls like Esme Webb will be tricked into believing that they are part of an underclass and consequently begin to look at the world in a very particular way.
I might as well just go and play with my Cindy dolls and give up trying at school because I'm not going to get the top job I want.
No, I really
the
think
patriarchal system
really
is just
that's
fine.
Silly. I do. I think that's silly.
Can't you see it too? There's an elephant in the room.